What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Lil'O. I'm here to talk about the Oprah interview with Bobbi Kristina, Pat Houston, and Gary Houston. As I said in my previous video, that I kind of messed up on, but it's alright. I'm new, like I said. It was a phenomenal interview. Uh, I saw that Bobbi Kristina was real nervous with the interview, and she did a real professional job, I think. I know it was real tough for her to talk um, to anybody, being that it's still so new that her mother just passed and how close they were. But she pulled through it, and she did very good, I thought. But it was obvious that she was, very nervous in the whole interview process. Pat Houston, her sister-in-law, just exceptional. I thought that she did such a great job with being honest in how she really felt. It seemed like she held nothing back. She admitted to the times when she disagreed with Whitney and how she was one to always keep it real with Whitney, which I think people in that type of environment really need. So that was a really good person that Whitney had by her side. Um, you know, it was just a very emotional, even when they were talking about how the hairstylist or makeup artist fell to her knees at the doorway, and Pat was like, I still just walked slowly because her nerves was getting to her. She didn't know what was going on, but at the same time she didn't want to panic, and yet somebody came out and asked, is everything all right? And she just immediately had instinct to say dial 911, which was the right thing to do. um, it really touched me, when she started to cry and Oprah started to cry. I almost dropped a tear too, but I held it up in there. Um, I mean, all I can say was that it was a really good interview. Oprah is legendary for a reason. She did her thing with that interview, and I respect her. And whoever tries to come into her footsteps has a lot of work to do. I'm sorry, that's my phone ringtone, and I need to put it on silent right now, which I'm doing. Um, but whoever tries to come and be the next talk show host like her has some really big shoes to fill, because she's well respected, and I don't see anybody else pulling off an interview of that magnitude like Oprah did. She's one of a kind, and it was good. That's all I can say. So, what are your comments? What are your thoughts about the interview that Oprah did with Bobbi and Pat and Gary? Um, Very emotional at the end as well, when they the they sung the song "I Look to You," or Gary sung it. Very emotional. He broke down. He couldn't finish the song, but it's alright because Whitney brought it on home for him when they cut to the video. But like I said, well done interview. Congrats to Oprah for once again doing her thing. Um, Peace, love, and happiness to Bobbi, and I hope she's able to be her own person and eventually get the stigma of drugs from over her. And Pat just seems like a great second mother to Bobbi, if that's even possible. But she just seems like somebody that is going to make sure Bobbi is in the good graces, just as I'm sure Sissy will too, because Sissy kept Whitney in check. At least she tried her hardest to do it, and I'm sure Bobbi will be doing her thing. And let's see what Bobbi comes out with. She's saying that she's going to come out with her own album and step on the limelight and do her singing things. I just hope things are different for her than they were for her mother, and she learned from the best. She learned from Whitney. So that's all I'm going to say on that. And feel free to comment. Let me know your thoughts on this. Let's see what we can do with this here. All right. So thanks for watching and have a good night, y'all.